Hello everyone and welcome back to another video with your girl Jazz. I know that I've been gone for a couple weeks, but this winter, just to be transparent with all of you, has been really hard for me. And honestly, every winter is usually hard. The seasonal depression, that stuff happens sometimes, and I just want to be real with you all and say that I struggle just as much as the next person I do. And I'm just trying to get out of that. And one of the best ways I've found is through movement, because when you're stagnant, when you're sitting still and you're not moving, it's easier to feel anxious and stressed and depressed. So I've been trying to do a lot of more movement. But yeah, so I just kind of wanted to come on here and talk about, I guess, not isolation, but being alone. Like I've talked into my other videos, I'm in a little bit of a solitude phase of my life, which I'm not used to. So it's been interesting to see where that's taking me. And honestly, it's been really great because I've learned a lot about myself, and I've been able to sit with myself and heal a lot of things that maybe I wasn't putting enough focus on when I was in relationships. So it's cool to to witness myself and see myself grow in that way, and just have space and time to heal and no pressure. And yeah, it's really amazing to have a partner and work through those things. But when you have partners that might not want to work with you, or maybe they're not on that same frequency or something, it can be challenging. And I'm not saying that all of my partners were horrible or that they didn't want to work with me, but obviously we're not together for a reason. So now it's the solitude phase of my life where I kind of, you know, I just I'm alone, and I'm enjoying my own company, and I'm learning to love myself and lean into myself more and more each day. So it's been nice, and I know that when I do find that person, I'm not going to say I'm going to be fully healed or fully ready, but I think I'll be in a much better place, and to be able to take on another person's emotions that's closely and that often frequently. I'm always here to try to support my friends as best as I can, but it's easier because we're not living in the same house, and there's not so much pressure. I feel a lot of grace when it comes to my friends. Thank you. Shout out to all of you guys for supporting me along my journey. It can be hard sometimes, and sometimes when you're going through those phases of life when you're not feeling so well, it's kind of hard to reach out to people, or to even like talk to somebody on the phone. It kind of and I don't know, I think it's really good to keep some things, like spend some time with yourself when you're dealing with things, and not always reach out. And there's a balance. There's a balance. Not going to your friends for every single problem that you have, but just letting them know when you really need them. So that's a good thing to practice. And I know that I don't really talk a lot about my life on here, but it's good to just have a little time to speak about me and about my life. And maybe if you guys want to know anything about me, you can ask in the comments. I'd be happy to do a Q&A video about my life, what I do, how old I am, all that stuff, my dreams, whatever you guys want to ask. Feel free to drop those questions below in the comments. So yeah, anyway, isolation can be difficult, but this time of year that's just really what the season is about, is hibernation. Not isolation, but hibernating, and really just going inwards, deeply inwards, and exploring those things that sometimes we can ignore during the warmer days when we can be outside more and we spend more time with our friends. But when it gets cold and nobody wants to go anywhere and people are feeling a little bit down, it kind of pushes us to stay in a little bit longer, a little bit more, some more time with ourselves. So this is a good time. This is a good time for that self-reflection. It's like, in the wintertime, reflection, 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 and lots of healing, lots of inward work. So we're doing the work, all of us together, and we're all in this together. We're not alone. You're not alone. I'm not alone. We have each other. We're here to support each other. This is a channel where I want all of us to be safe to express ourselves and send a lot of positive, loving vibes, healing vibes, because that's what my life is focused on. I'm focused on my spirituality, healing, loving everyone, forgiving the past, forgiving the people that have seemingly hurt me. I tend to try to look at things a little differently, because in my beliefs, I really do think that everyone is just a mirror reflecting what's inside of us. So whenever somebody hurts us, we're kind of we're attracting that in some way, and it doesn't mean that it's our faults. It's just the way the universe works, in my universe at least. I do respect everybody's beliefs, and everyone has different perspectives on how this world works. And the way I perceive things is that there's not really anything outside of you. It's all comes from within, and this reality is just solely a reflection of our internal belief system, our internal ideas of ourselves. The way that we're treated by other people is really about how we feel inside, no matter what it is. And I know that that can be hard sometimes to think or believe, and you don't have to believe it. And that's not really what I'm coming on here to do, to try to convince anyone to believe what I believe. But if it resonates with you, by all means, take anything that I'm saying with you and integrate that into your life if it feels right to you. But yeah, so this year, this season of growth, it's amazing, it's scary, it's challenging, and I know that we can go into this new year being like, yeah, this year is going to be amazing, and I'm just going to be on top of everything, and then something just slams you in your face, and that's just normal. That's how life is. But we get back up and we keep trying, and we're healing together, and we're on this quest of knowledge. We're on this quest of love and healing and raising our vibrations. So, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get to the world where there is less pain and a lot of love, a lot more forgiveness and understanding and accepting of everyone and their way of life, because sometimes we tend to push our beliefs on to other people and tell them that we think this is how they should live. But as long as they're not hurting anyone, I think that everyone should be able to live the way that they want. So that's just my belief, and we would all have a better world if we could do that. Also, just accepting ourselves, accepting others, accepting ourselves, forgiving ourselves for doing things that we might have perceived as wrong in the past, and just knowing that all of those mistakes, quote unquote, because there are no mistakes, there's no mistakes. Everything that you've experienced has led you to who you are today, and you wouldn't be that person without those struggles and those challenges and those things that you've overcome, and you've overcome them, haven't you? In my opinion, my life is better than it has ever been. And even though I struggle, I struggle sometimes, but I'm not claiming that energy anymore. I'm raising my frequency. I am vibrating at a higher level. I am ascending, and I'm just looking at life with love to everyone. I don't want to put judgment on anyone either, because that's not up to me to judge people. That's up to the universe within the karma and everything that is in their life. It's up to them, and it'll come around. So, forgiveness to everyone. So, and forgiveness is really more about yourself and healing yourself than letting them off the hook, forgive but never forget kind of thing. But it's really about releasing that tie to that person, and whatever you're holding on to, that is you're keeping their energy inside of you and it's affecting you. So it's best to just forgive and move on and keep growing and loving yourself and keep shedding all of those layers that are kind of weighing you down. And I speak a lot about that in my videos about shedding layers and letting things go and freeing yourself from the past, because it's true, we're always in need of doing that every day. We need to do spiritual cleanses. We need to be cleaning ourselves of the old energy, because it's like dust and debris that's on our spiritual bodies, our souls, and we need to brush it off, clean it off, and do whatever we need to do to remove that, because the past, it does nothing but weigh you down, because it doesn't even exist. It's memories, but it's not here now. The most important thing is now. What are you doing now? Not back then. We tend to hold on to an image of ourselves from the past or other people and say, well, they did this to me, or I did this, or blah, 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 blah. That was in the past. That doesn't even matter anymore, Doesn't matter. And it's time to move on into a better reality, because when we keep repeating those stories about, oh, this person hurt me, or I did this bad thing, or oh, I'll never forget myself, or I'll never forgive them, or oh, I've been having such a hard time, this and that and that. Tomorrow, or that yesterday was yesterday, today is another day, and tomorrow is another day. Tomorrow is not yesterday, today is not yesterday, yesterday is not today. It has nothing to do with each other anymore. And as long as you let that be, let it be, let it be in the past and throw it away in the trash, let it be in the past, throw it away in the trash and move on. Because now is time to be present and focus on what is. And what is perfect. What is you are exactly where you need to be. Everything is happening in divine timing. You're listening to this video at exactly the right time. You are healing, you are growing, you are shedding old layers, you are becoming a new person. And it's, you're raising your vibration. We are all raising our vibration together, and nothing outside of us can affect us. Even if there's hate, even if you don't like something that's happening outside in the world, right now, it's a very, very heavy feeling that we're all feeling from different directions. There's lots of polarities and lots of anger and sadness and frustration in the world right now. But none of that can affect you as long as you let your vibes be higher than that, because the love vibe, the love frequency is higher than hate, injustice, and suffering. That is a low level frequency that we don't have to live in anymore. We have to stop playing those stories in our heads and just move into a higher dimension together, where love is the focus. The focus is the most important thing, because the more you focus on hate, the more you will feel hate resonating into your life. The more that you surround yourself with feelings of love and good vibes and positivity and healing, the more you are going to integrate that into yourself, and that's what you're going to feel. That's going to be the focus. That's going to be the theme of your life. So it's important to know what you're focusing on, and know when you start focusing on those negativities, those things that are bothering you. And of course, we can't ignore everything, especially if it's right in our face. It's a balance. It's a balance. It's not about toxic positivity. It's not about pretending like negativity doesn't exist. It's about moving away from that vibration, because it's low level. It's a low level frequency that we don't need to exist in anymore. It's okay to feel negative feelings. It's okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel frustrated. It is okay to feel all those things because we're human. But we have to know when to move through those feelings, you know? We can't stay down for too long. When you get knocked down, you have to get back up again. So we have to keep rising together and keep our vibes high. Keep the love vibe flowing and love one another, you know, through everything. Just forgive and love each other, and let's create a better world together. That's really my focus. So I love you guys. I know there wasn't really, I don't know really what the theme of this video is, but I just wanted to come on and talk a little bit about what was going on in my life, how I was feeling, and what I'm experiencing in the world right now. And yeah, I don't ever have any plans for my videos, really. I just come on and I speak about what I'm thinking about at the moment or what comes to me. I let it flow. I don't edit my videos, and I just ramble on and share my thoughts with you guys. So I appreciate all of you for listening and continuing to watch and support me and my channel. I really hope that one day, you know, many more people will be watching, because the more people that watch my videos, the more that we can all heal together, because I want this message to be shared with as many people as possible. So if you really loved this video, if you like this video, if you want to support me, like, share, subscribe, comment. Any interaction helps my channel grow. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all. Much love, and have a blessed night. Peace.